And a big welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to everyone here at Queensland Raceway and to everyone out there on the internet watching in via the Facebook and YouTube live streams provided for you by MTR Images and our broadcast sponsor, Bush Ranger Power Equipment, as we get the final race of the, well, this is qualifying, I should say, for driver B's for the EFS 4x4 Accessories Track Attack Australia XL Cup 175 kilometre Enduro. That will happen this afternoon. Qualifying up first this morning. It's Mark Jones calling with you on behalf of MTR Images and our broadcast partner, Bush Ranger Power Equipment. And we have a sensational day of XL Cup racing. We had 3 sprint races yesterday for the XL Cup, which of course were all point scoring races for the XL Championship. This race today will not count towards the XL Cup Championship. We'll have the co-drivers who wouldn't normally take part in the championship will have their own warm-up races after qualifying. Now this qualifying session sets the grid for the driver B race, and the results of that driver B race will determine the grid for the XL Cup 175. Now 175 kilometres may sound like an odd distance for a motor race. That's more or less calculated around the endurance of an XL Cup race car on a full tank of petrol. The race was originally designed a couple years ago as a 200 kilometre race, but at 200 kilometres that would have left it very close to the potential of running out of fuel on a full tank. So the race distance was shortened to 175 to give that buffer that we wouldn't get cars running out of fuel on the last lap. So we saw we saw 3 fascinating races yesterday. Great race in the morning, which was the race 2 saw Ryan O'Sullivan get up for his first XL Cup race victory, and that was a very happy moment indeed. And that wasn't a race win that was gained by any last minute retirements or some such. Now we'll highlight this car on screen just there, car 94. This is the car, one of the favourites for the race, and that will be driven by Nash Morris, son of Paul Morris, and one of the hotshots of Super 2, Super 3 racing in Brock Feeney. So watch out for those. And there's a couple of fast cars coming into sight here. Notice there's Harrison Bates in the number 6 car, although his co-driver of course is on board, and that's Richard Espray. Richard is Holly's father, for those of you who know a bit about XL Cup racing. Holly Espray, one of the quick drivers, and but she's got her own drive today. She'll be sharing the car with now, just looking down the timesheets. Now, car 97 is currently listed as our fastest car on the circuit. We're very early in the session though. We've only got 1 flying lap in, so these times aren't really representative. And just to confuse me, I suspect, probably not, but there's been a driver change in car 97. That's why car 97 wasn't even in my data to begin with. So there's a whole other car that's joined the... Didn't take part in racing yesterday, but... So Cameron Wilson, it will surprise nobody, is our fastest driver on circuit at the moment. Oh, no, I tell a lie. Darren Curry is now the on pole. Now, Darren Curry's sharing the number 55 Select Smash repairs car with Frank Mamarella, so that will be a quick combination. Now we see Harry Bates' car on screen here. That's Richard Espray driving car 6. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure I've got those details wrong. Here's a quick car, the 85 Innovate property car, Darren Whittington. And driving that car today, Darren Whittington's the regular driver of the car, but we've got Brad Jones racing driver Tim Slade will be driving the race right now and in the driver B race, so watch out for Tim Slade. There's the Select Smash car there of Darren Curry and Frank Mamarella. Tim Slade is now fastest in the Innovate property car that Darren Whittington drives. So Tim Slade and Cameron Wilson, the two fastest cars on circuit. And these are former teammates, these two. Darren Whittington has been Brett Parrish's teammate for about 4 years, but this year, well, in fact, just halfway through this season, Darren Whittington's now running his own race team. So Whittington and Slade, Wilson and Parrish. Andrew Wilton from the regular Toyota 86 series driver has jumped up the order to be second, but no, Wilson reclaims pole. Times are plummeting out on the circuit. Cameron Wilson now on pole position with a 131.2365 compared to Tim Slade on a 131.5839. So there's 0.3 of a second separating the two former teammates. Wilson Slade. Wilton is third fastest. Jeremy Hassell has just jumped up 12 positions, and Hassell will be co-driving with Ian Harvey. Jeremy Hassell, a former HQ racer, memory serves. Now Brady Owen, I notice, is down to drive the 25 car, and he's currently 5th fastest, which is interesting because I had Brady Owen down as the driver of that car in yesterday's racing. Because Declan Fraser is another Super 2, Super 3 driver, is the driver who I believe will be racing that car today. Now there's Brett Parrish there, the red and black number 54, or rather Cameron Wilson on board, and being chased right there at the moment by, that's Mitchell Wooler's car, and Ryan Hansford from Touring Car Masters is co-driving with Mitch Wooler. So yeah, Ryan Hansford driving the car this morning. 68 car on screen there. Oh, and the 888 car there, right there. That's Roland Dane and Jeffrey Ibrahim co-driving that car. And that is the Roland Dane and the Jeffrey Ibrahim from 888 Racing. The same team that runs the Red Bull Holden Commodores of Jamie Whincup and Shane Van Gisbergen. Jeffrey Ibrahim, Indonesian driver who leads 888's GT racing campaign, and the pair of them with Roland Dane is linked up to do the XL Cup 175 as a bit of a fun thing this afternoon. Here's number 95 here, Cameron Bartholomew, another hot car to watch out for. Cam Bartholomew won the first race yesterday, then got involved in a collision in the second race, and then finally couldn't start the third race because the fuel pump on the car died. Now driving the number 95 car today is Ryle Harris, another Touring Car Masters driver. Drives the red Chevrolet Camaro. And here's 79, that's Ryan Cash's car, with Luke Pink driving the car this morning. This is a rare instance of two regular XL Cup drivers combining together. Luke Pink drove his own car in yesterday's racing, so he will be completely warmed up and will go strong. Now here's another car to watch out for, the number 76 here, Ryan O'Sullivan's car, Now, sorry, this is a 74, I should say. I've misidentified the race number, but not the drivers. That is Ryan O'Sullivan's car. Got his first race win in XL Cup racing yesterday. And Sean Evans, a driver who's come across from Trans Ams and from the Hot Hatch Cup, is in the car today. Evans is also a kart racing driver coach of some note here in Queensland. The number 90 car we were just fixing on for the moment. And that's Amar Sharma's car, who's been co-driven today by Ian Cowley. Now here's an interesting car, the green number 24 there, Brooke Wanless, a young racer, and she's doing all right. Much more famous father though, Todd Wanless, a race winner in outlaw sprint car racing here in Australia. Multiple Queensland champion Todd Wanless, and an extensive bitumen career as well. Now here's another one of the number 37 there. That's Hayden Hume driving that car right now. Hayden's a Toyota 86 Series racer, and he's sharing with Madison Wooler in that car. It's Madison's regular race car. Madison's the younger sister of Mitchell Wooler, and Mitchell Wooler is one of the rising stars of Queensland Club Racing. There's the all-black number 88 car. It's Robert Dowdy and Luke Turner sharing that car today. Now Cameron Wilson has dropped down to a 1:31.09 to be fastest in the number 54 B-Pro car, Sammy's plumbing car. Tim Slade second fastest in the Innovate Property car. Brady Owen is listed in the number 25, a Tim Kent car today, and he's third fastest. Brock Feeney, driving Nash Morris's Motorsport Com car, is fourth fastest. Then we've got Andrew Wilton in the number 19 car that Connor Roberts drives regularly. Sixth fastest is Darren Curry, driving the Select Smash car of Frank Mamarella. Jeremy Hassell in Ian Harvey's car is seventh fastest. Then we've got Ryle Harris in Cam Bartholomew's car. Sean Evans in Ryan O'Sullivan's car is ninth fastest, and then Luke Pink in Ryan Cash's car rounds out the top 10. Richard Esprey's doing a solid job driving Scott Green's car in 11th fastest. Mick Tuckwood, Michael Tuckwood, we have not seen for a couple of years. He's been living in London up until fairly recently. Came home ahead of the COVID pandemic. And Michael Tuckwood is sharing the 515 car with Jordan McNamara. Jarrod Hughes, another driver who's moving up the ranks of national level racing, and he's sharing Kai Allen's car. Kai was one of the stars in yesterday's racing, and Hughes is 13th, just ahead of James Simpson in the 76 car. Now Rod Dawson is the driver who's supposed to be at the wheel right now. And I saw Rod walking around in his race suit before, so yeah, that's so Rod Dawson is currently... Todd Wanless has just overtaken Rod Dawson for 16th position. Lachlan Bloxham's jumped up the order as well, young Blocky. Now here's the 94 car again. Brock Feeney, one of the stars of second tier supercar racing, Dunlop Super 2 and Super 3 series. Recently had a double header up in Townsville. They'll be back on track again shortly. Now this grey, white and orange car, this is Axel Donaldson driving this car, number 69. It's regularly driven by Trey Machotta. Trey was right up in the front-running cars yesterday, was lying second in race 2 yesterday when he got involved in a collision with Cameron Bartholomew and sent the pair of them off circuit. But Trey started in the third race, climbing from the rear of grid back into around to just outside the top 10. So that will be a car to watch today. There's Ryle Harris there in the black car, the Peter Phillips Performance car. That's Cameron Bartholomew's regular car, so watch out for Ryle Harris, the red Chevrolet Camaro in Touring Car Masters. Teammate to Ryan Hansford in Touring Car Masters, run out of the Peters Motorsport operation that's headed by Brett Peters and Rod Dawson. They're also the category managers of XL Cup Racing. Checkered flag is out. So Cameron Wilson is fastest on the circuit. And Wilson's just on a slow lap at the moment. So we're just waiting for cars to come around to see if there's any late adjustments to the grid. Wilson is on pole from Tim Slade. Brady Owen, or possibly Declan Fraser, that is third fastest. Times seem to have fallen away right at the end of the session. A 31.2 for Wilson on his last lap. Underlines his pace. He has pole position on with a 31.0. Slade's on a 31.1. There's a gap before we get to Declan Fraser on a 31.5. Brock Feeney a 31.6. Andrew Wilton a 31.8. Darren Curry also on a 31.8. Jeremy Hassell climbed up the order in Harvey's car, also a 31.8. Ryle Harris a 31.9. Sean Evans, very good, an excellent 31.9. Jarrod Hughes also 31.9. So to get into the top 10 grid positions for this Driver B race, as we watch the 55 car crossing the screen there, and that's Darren Curry at the wheel. No, that's not the 55, that was a different, that's the 195 car of Ryle Harris coming in. And I think that's it, everyone's on cool down laps now. So the grid then for the Driver B race, ahead of the EFS 4x4 Accessories XL Cup 175 this afternoon, we'll have Cameron Wilson starting from pole position. Then we have Tim Slade will start alongside. Cameron Wilson, a veteran of V8 Ute racing amongst many other categories he's driven over the years. Tim Slade, of course, V8 supercar driver. Declan Fraser, another supercar driver from Super 2, Super 3 brackets. Brock Feeney, again from the same bracket. They are sharing the second row of the grid. Andrew Wilton from the Toyota 86 series will start out of position number 5. Darren Curry, a former frontrunner of XL Cup, will start from position number 6. Jeremy Hassell, a HQ racer, starts from position 7. And the rest of the grid, the timing screen's rolled over on me in preparation for the first race of the day. But that is qualifying. And thanks once again to our broadcast partners, Bush Ranger Power Equipment, who are bringing this live stream today for the Track Attack Australia XL Cup ahead of the EFS 4x4 Accessories 175. And I very much look forward to bringing the co-driver race in a couple of hours' time. So be on the ball for the live stream provided through the MTR Images Facebook page and the MTR Images YouTube channel. And we'll be back in a couple of hours for the Driver B race.
You're back now, and no one's ever going to take you away again. Just the weekend, he said. Didn't even armour all your tyres. No lending. 9, 0, never.
Hey, Dave. Hey, can I borrow the... But I'm your best mate. Okay.
Bush Ranger Power Equipment. Too good to lend to your mates.